Okay, my friends, we're going to stay in the 50s. In fact, we're going to start all the way back in 1951 with this first article that we're going to make as part of this little mini manual. I think it's a very cool article. It is from Mr. Charles A. Smith, who I've mentioned recently. The guy's just a great writer. He's funny. He knows his stuff lifting wise. He's into it himself, so he knows from whence he speaks. Has a good sense of humor, is sarcastic. He hypes it up a little bit, especially in this article. This article is more or less an advertisement for what was at the time the new Weider lat machine, which is not a floor-based big giant machine. Was just one of these, like a little pulley system that you hook up on your wall, and it was selling for like $25. In fact, you'll see the ad. That last shot was supposed to be Reg Park in the anatomy. That was from another article from a muscle builder from Weider. I don't particularly care that much for Weider's writing, to tell you the truth. Call me weird, but whatever. There's the ad we're talking about. That kind of spawned this article. And then there were a series of articles, I believe, in the muscle builders for using the lat machine for, of course, lats, but then other stuff. Like I have a couple bicep ones that show up in the book that I'm going to post a picture of later, which is just, it's all based on drawings and diagrams from old school muscle builders, Strength and Health, and other physique magazines. I just really like all these drawings. There's kind of a little bonus weird one there. It's a little weirdly drawn with the guy's face like it is. But that's an exception to the rule, I should say. But this is going through this article with Charles Smith. He has pretty good, after he gives all the basics of why train with the machine and that kind of thing. When he goes into the routine here, he's talking about Melvin Wells and what kind of physique he had without having access to the lat machine and pulleys and stuff, and wondering, how good he might have been did he have access. He talks about this guy, Alan Mead, and mentions that he was the only guy that had a gym that had any kind of pulleys and stuff, like going way back in the day. He was also into muscle control, as was Monty Salda, who's mentioned in this video as well. And he was just, not a huge guy, but ripped, and you could just see every little thing, especially when they did the muscle control stuff. May do a video on those muscle control guys one of these times. So I'm going to roll into the exercises in this routine. And again, I think the drawings are very cool. The descriptions are pretty good here, as these things tend to go, where they have drawings and a description. You'll have like a full page description after the picture, and there it is. And it tells you what muscles it hits. He typically wants you to do 3 sets of 10 on everything, and then as you go, work up to 3 sets of 20. I guess once you get up to 3 sets of 20, then you can add some weight and go back to the 3 sets of 10. There's a description of that last one. And these are kind of unusual exercises. They didn't have the machinery we have at the gym today. Here you see he has off strapped down. Now we have a little thing that we put our legs under on the lat machine on most of the stuff we train on at the gym. Again, I tried to keep the speed right on these panels so you could read everything. There's still, and then you see him strapped down again, but doing a pull down and lay down, that's a little bit different than you'll see most guys do at the gym. Then we're going to go into, again, I tried to keep the text going so you could get a good read on it. And then here's the next one where you're doing pull down from an incline bench, which you can't really do that with your typical setup at the gym, the way it's set up anyway. You'd have to find just a cable not attached to anything and set up an incline bench on there. Not that big a deal, right? And there's same kind of things on the incline bench, but sideways and bringing it down laterally. So I would think that's going to hit the lat and the side delt to some extent. There's a description though. And there's another one from overhead down sideways. It's kind of like the same one as the last one, except he's sitting straight up and down, not on an angle. And that about sums it up for that particular article from Mr. Smith. But like I mentioned, we got a couple panels of lat machine bicep stuff, which you're going to roll right into here. Boom, there it is. So those are some pretty interesting bicep moves that you don't see done a whole lot, especially that bottom left one is really interesting. And it looks like he's doing triceps on that one panel. Then here's another old school incline board cable curl. Then we're going to roll into same artist. I love the illustrations this guy does, and they're in just about all the Charles Smith articles from those muscle builders. But these aren't using the lat machine. These are just regular like dumbbell and barbell and kind of standard barbell and dumbbell stuff for shoulders. But again, I just love these drawings. I think they're cool. And I think a lot of you guys will also think so. There's a few more moves. I think most of these, if not all, are in my book that we'll end up at. And Charles Smith likes to do some kind of unusual stuff. He thinks a little bit out of the box. And the drawings go accordingly, of course. These ones are a little bit different color phase on there, but again, same artist. Doing some heavy, mostly barbell shoulder work in that panel. A little bit more. He's doing like some overhead stuff, good mornings. You see him doing a one-handed deadlift, which is interesting. And we're going to roll into Bosco, who was from Strength and Health. He was regular in Strength and Health for many years. And again, he's got quite a few things in my book. I always thought these drawings were pretty cool too, and sometimes Bosco said funny things. He used to have like Bosco versus some other dude in the magazine. Some of those panels are pretty funny too. And he's doing good mornings and upright rows and pullovers with the inside out dumbbell kind of thing where the plate's in the middle and the handles are on the outside. I've got one of those made up. And then we just drew in the bonus plan. There's just some cool diagrams, I think. I like the way the anatomies are drawn and stuff on these. That's a pretty cool move there with the towels on a chin-up bar I'm sure that hits your lats pretty well. Probably hits your biceps pretty well too. And then we move into a little rack work, and this other artist, these are Strength and Health drawings from Strength and Health articles, I should say. Rack work, and it looks like the same kind of artist, doing Good Mornings, which came up in the last article or two, and Bruce Randall, of course, was really big on those. Regular deadlifts, another different artist. Pretty cool stuff, I think. And then stiff leg deadlifts. Of course, it more focused on the spine, lower back, and hamstrings. And then just regular deadlifts again. Just another picture, another drawing. I like all these old drawings. And this drawing's really cool. And, obviously just a guy deadlifting, but I think it was just a cool picture. Again, here's the book, The Illustrated Old School Muscle Building Secrets Manual. And the chapters are broken up into like body parts. It's not super long, but it's a nice little kind of coffee table book. It's available on Amazon, and it's only like $10.95. So pretty cool thing. And like I said, I think it's just loaded with cartoons and cool drawings and stuff like that. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I'm out.